how to make homemade dog treats. I asked you guys in my homemade dog food video if you wanted to see how I make my fur baby some dog treats, and so many of you guys said yes to that. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be sharing with you guys 2 of my dog's favorite treat recipes. They seriously love these recipes. All of the ingredients are vet approved, which makes this recipe amazing. You don't have to worry about any additives added into your dog's treats. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this recipe. They all use minimal ingredients, which makes it amazing. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and let's get started. Before we get started, I wanna share with you guys some of the key ingredients that you're going to need to make this recipe. So first up is these silicone mats. I got a pack from Amazon, and it came with the silicone mats. It also came with these little cookie molds as well, which are shaped of dog bones, which are super cute. Now, for both recipes, you can use just the silicone molds, or you can use just these little inserts. For the first recipe, we're gonna be using the silicone molds, and then to switch it up a little bit, for the second recipe, we're gonna be using these little molds. I like using the smaller one, and if you have a small dog, you can just break the treats in pieces, but this is like the perfect size for Blissy because she's a larger dog, but Bentley, I will just like break little pieces for him. So let's go ahead and get started. Are you helping Mama get all the ingredients ready for your treats? Huh? Whenever she sees me pull out the peanut butter, she knows it's time to make these dog treats. It's so bad, you guys, because whenever I do anything with peanut butter, she assumes it's for her, and it's not always. First treat we're gonna be making is my pumpkin peanut butter dog treats. As you can see, you only need 4 ingredients, and you probably have all these ingredients already in your pantry. When I started making my homemade dog treats, the only ingredient I had to pick up was the whole wheat flour. So most of my homemade dog treats require whole wheat flour. You can find this at any grocery store next to just like the regular flour. You're also going to need 3 tablespoons of some peanut butter. Now, the peanut butter, you want to make sure that it is an all natural peanut butter. The only ingredients is peanuts, and you really want to look for that because peanut butter has a lot of harmful ingredients to dogs in it. So get you an all natural one that just has peanuts in it. And then next, you're gonna need some 100% pumpkin puree. So you don't want anything that has sugar or anything like that in it. This is just 100% pumpkin as an ingredient, and you're gonna need 1/2 cup of that, and then you're just gonna need 1 egg. So let's go ahead and get everything mixed together and make these dog treats. And since this is only gonna take literally 2 minutes to whip up, let's go ahead and preheat the oven to 350. So that way it will be ready to bake the time we are all done. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients prepped out. We have the oven preheated. Blissy's behind me playing with her toy. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So I like to start with cracking my egg first. And I just crack 1 egg and just go ahead and whisk it on up. And then I like to add my pumpkin puree to that egg mixture. And then we're ready to add our 3 tablespoons of some peanut butter to that mixture. Just wanna make sure to mix everything very well. Now that you have all of the wet ingredients mixed together, we're gonna go ahead and add that whole wheat flour. So the key to this is you just wanna add a little bit at a time. You can definitely put this in a stand mixer if you don't want to mix it. That would definitely make things go a lot faster if you did it that way, but I just usually will mix mine by hand and it's super easy. So now here's where things get a little bit messy. I'm gonna go ahead and take my ring off. You wanna go ahead and just mix everything very well with your hands to get everything well coated, and you're making a dough. I'm gonna go ahead and oil up my silicone molds. So I just have a little tiny container of some olive oil, and you could also use nonstick spray as well, but you just wanna make sure your nonstick spray doesn't have any additives in it. Mine's does, so those can be very harmful to dogs. So if you have one that's just like olive oil or coconut oil, then that will work perfectly. But I just get a little bit of olive oil into each mold so it doesn't stick. So now that I have all of my little silicone molds oiled nice and well, I'm gonna go ahead and take my dough and I'm gonna go ahead and press it into the molds. Now you can just take a little bit of the dough and really just press it in there. into the shape. Super easy to do. It literally takes a couple of minutes to do all of these, and then we will get these right in the oven. Now, one thing I wanted to say about these treats is you can make them soft or you can make them crunchy. So if you want to make them soft, they take 20 minutes on 350 in the oven. If you want to make them crunchy, they take 40 minutes. So if you want your dog to have soft treats, sometimes I like to do both. So what we'll do is we'll make this batch crunchy, and then the second recipe that we make, we'll make that one soft. My dogs like both of them. If I do make the crunchy ones, Bentley likes them broken in really small pieces. It's just easier for him to chew, but Lexy can have the full one. So let me finish doing this and we will pop it in the oven. All right, so I went ahead and filled all the molds, so I didn't get to use the fourth one. This recipe makes almost exactly 3 molds. We're a little bit short, as you can see here, but you just wanna make sure you just press the dough into each little hole so that it can form the shapes perfectly. So we have little paws right here, little bones, some big paws, and then we have some bone shaped over here. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven. We're gonna do these ones crunchy, so 350 for 40 minutes. All right, so we have those pumpkin peanut butter treats baking in the oven. I'm gonna share another recipe with you guys. This is a really good one too. So this is my banana peanut butter dog treats. My dogs love this one. So for this one, you're gonna need 1 cup of some whole wheat flour. You're also going to need a cup of some all natural peanut butter. You're gonna need a little bit of water. This is 1/4 of a cup of some filtered water, some cinnamon, which gives the treats a really good flavor, and it also has amazing benefits for dogs as well. And then just 2 ripe bananas. Super simple. So all you need to do for this recipe is grab a mixing bowl. I like to mash the bananas up first. It makes it a lot easier to mix. The riper the banana, the better. It's easier to mix, and it's also very sweet the riper the banana gets, which your dogs will love. So I have the banana all mixed in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add in that peanut butter. I'm gonna go ahead and take my little whisk so I can really get the peanut butter and banana well mixed. Now that I have the peanut butter and banana all mixed in, I'm gonna go ahead and mix the flour in the same way we did earlier, just a little bit at a time. It makes it easier. Again, this recipe can be mixed in a stand mixer. If you were just like, I don't wanna mix it, that's perfectly fine. You can just mix it right on in a stand mixer. But if you don't have a stand mixer, this works great as well. So here's where I will start to add in my water. And you will just take your good old hands and really just mix everything together. I add a little bit of water at a time. This dough is going to look almost identical to the other dough. About these dog treats is you can get creative and you can add different things in here. So over on Instagram stories, I was making these dog treats, this exact recipe actually, and I added blueberries into this recipe. I literally just had blueberries in my fridge and I just chopped them up, added it right to this recipe, and it was the same base, but I just added some blueberries. So you can get really creative with this recipe. It's really fun because you can add different things. Once you kind of have the base, you can do different things. So like instead of the banana, you could have did all blueberries, you could have did strawberries. There's so many amazing fruits for dogs. So I just kind of take the dough in my hands and really just mix everything in. That smells so good. Smells delicious. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add the cinnamon. And you probably, like I said, could have added the cinnamon in there before when you were mixing the banana and the peanut butter. That would have been a good time to do it, but you can add it now. Are you looking at your dog treats? Hey, Lexy girl. She is here smelling it. You smell that? That's for you. Yeah, you can't eat it raw. We have a nice dough ball. I'm gonna go ahead and get my roller. You can also use a wine bottle as well if you don't have a roller, olive oil bottle, whatever you have, and we're going to roll this out. We're gonna be using these small cookie cutters that came in that kit from Amazon, or you can wait for the other dog treats to finish and use the silicone molds as well, whatever you like. but I want to share with you guys how you would use these little molds as well. So let me get my roller and we will get this rolled out. All right, to make the dough, you just take a little bit of that whole wheat flour and just spread it out on your countertop. And then take a little bit on your rolling pin as well. Go ahead and take your dough out. I just kind of coat the dough in that flour so it doesn't stick. And then just take your rolling pin and roll it on out. Okay, so that's about the thickness that you want your dough. And I just have a little silicone mat that I'm gonna be putting on my sheet pan. Go ahead and take your little mold and you can just cut them like that. And there you have your little bone and put it right on your little baking dish. Super simple. Look how perfect that is. So here is how they are looking with the mold. Doesn't it look so good? So these definitely are a larger treat. They are the smallest like metal mold in the kit, but you can definitely order some smaller ones. This is the perfect size for Blissy. I will just like break them in half for Bentley. Now I got these little silicone mats from Amazon. I will link them down below, but I've also made them not using the silicone mat and just putting straight on the cookie sheet, and it works really well too if you have like non-stick pans. So you don't necessarily have to have these. I just prefer to have them. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these in the oven with the other treats, and we're gonna make these more of like a softer treat. So I'm gonna cook these for about 20-25 minutes. Okay, so the dog treats are all done. They smell incredible, you guys. They smell so, so good. So, like I told you guys, I did these ones soft. So they're gonna be like a human cookie, so they're gonna break really easily. Those are super soft, and then I did these ones super crunchy. So this is gonna be like a biscuit, and then these ones are gonna be like a soft kind of cookie. You can do both of the recipes crunchy if your dogs prefer crunchy treats, or you can do both of them soft. So if you want the softer treats, do them for 20 minutes in the oven, which is what I did these little guys. And then if you want them crunchy, I did these ones for 40 minutes in the oven. So we're gonna let these cool down for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we will let the dogs go ahead and try them. They are so anxious. I had to tell them to go in their dog bed because they kept jumping up and down trying to get these treats. While these treats are cooling off, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I store my dog treats. So storing homemade dog treats is a little bit different than buying it from the store. So they do need to be in an airtight container so that way they stay fresh. I will link these exact ones down below for you guys. So if you pop these in an airtight container, they last 3 to 4 days on like your kitchen counter in this container, and then they last about 7 to 10 days in your refrigerator in an airtight container. Now, another thing that you can do with these treats is what I do all the time. I will make tons of them, like batch make them. I will pop it in an airtight container or a freezer bag, and they will last in the freezer for up to 6 months. And then whenever you need a batch, you can just pop it out the freezer, let it thaw out for a few hours on your counter, and then you store it the same way I just said, 3 to 4 days on your counter or 7 to 10 days in your refrigerator. So there are so many options of how to store these. What we're gonna be doing today is I'm gonna store half of them in this airtight container, keep it on my kitchen counter, and then I will store the other half in the freezer, and I can just pop it out in the freezer whenever my dogs need some more. So I'm going to, these are about cool now. My dogs are staring at me, so I'm going to invite them over and we are going to see how they really enjoy these treats. I wanted to share with you how cute these little silicone molds are. Do you see the little print that it did on each one of the cookies? They are so, so cute, the little prints on them. And then here's this one. They are seriously the cutest. And you can see how crunchy these are. They're like a biscuit. And then these ones are so soft. You could just break them like a little cookie. They're just so cute. And these ones, you can definitely smell the banana. That's all I smell. And these ones, you can smell the pumpkin. So I'm gonna go and get the dogs and let them have a little taste. All right, friends, are you ready to have some dog treats? Bentley, come on. Hey, Blissy girl, she's ready. Bentley, come on, sit. All right, look at our friend, sit. I have a big one for Blissy girl. There you are, Blissy. How do you like that? How do you like that treat? We're gonna get a little one for Bentley. Here you go, Bentley. They love them. You love those treats. All right, let's give Blissy a crunchy one. This one's crunchy. She's sitting and being patient. Let's fix your bandana first. Oh, let's fix your bandana. All right, you ready? You sitting? There you are. There's your biscuit. That's the crunchy one. They love these. All right. I give Bentley the smaller ones, and if I'm going to give him one of these softer ones, I'll just break it in small pieces. Good boy. Sit. Good boy, Bentley. There you go. Felicie's waiting. She doesn't care which one she gets. She loves both of them. You want a soft one again? So look how this one is. So see how easy the soft one breaks? It just breaks so easily. And then this one is crunchy. So you would have to put some effort to really break it because it's supposed to be like a biscuit. But I broke this soft one for you. There you go, Blissy girl. All right, Bentley, you want a soft one? Good boy. All right, you can finish this little soft one. As you guys can see, they love both of the recipes. So this one is the peanut butter banana, and this is the pumpkin peanut butter ones. They don't care which one it is. They seriously love them. All right, one more treat. Bentley, are you sitting down? Sit. Good boy. And then Blissy, give you a soft one. Good girl, Blissy. Good girl. What do you guys rate them out of 10? A 10 out of 10, right? That's it, friends. I don't want you guys getting a stomach ache, even though they're all natural. I don't want you guys eating too much. They're looking like, okay, Mom, I know we see all these treats still up here. Can we get one more? I'll give you guys some more a little bit later. Good job. Oh, Pa, good job, Blissy. Good job, Bentley. Good job. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My dogs are very high energy. I'm getting ready to take them to the dog park to get some of that energy out. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. As always, all the recipes will be linked down below for you guys, as well as all of the materials we used in this video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.